Hello to all the amazing attendees at the PCOS Challenge event in New York City. I'm Dr. Felicia Sumner, board-certified family medicine physician, functional medicine practitioner, and founder of Empower Her Hormones. I'm truly honored to be sharing this moment with all of you, even if it's from a distance. It's such a privilege to contribute to this incredible event, and I'm excited to speak on a cause that is so close to my heart. You know, PCOS Awareness Month holds a particularly special meaning for me because I'm not just a doctor who works with women struggling with PCOS. I'm someone who has lived with it firsthand. Like many women, my journey with PCOS started with confusion, frustration, and feeling unseen. For years, I experienced extreme fatigue and mood changes that would not improve despite all the efforts I put in and all the tests I had done. After many dead ends in conventional medicine, I finally discovered I had adrenal-type PCOS. I remember the frustration of not having answers and thinking, why does my body feel like it's betraying me? It was hard, and honestly, it can still be hard, but I want all of you to know that if you've ever felt that way, you are not alone. The reality is, PCOS affects more than 1 in 10 women of reproductive age worldwide, and it's the leading cause of infertility in women. Yet despite being so common, it's still vastly underdiagnosed and misunderstood. Many of us are navigating a healthcare system that doesn't fully recognize or prioritize women's health issues, especially in communities of color where access to functional medicine is often limited. But events like this, days like today, are helping to change that. And as New York lights up in teal for PCOS Awareness Month, it's a reminder that raising awareness isn't just about acknowledging the condition, it's about creating change, about shining a light on the struggles so many of us face in silence and saying, we see you, you matter, your health matters. So today, as you sit here surrounded by others who understand what you're going through, I want to challenge you to take this awareness with you beyond this event.
Hi guys, what if I asked you what's the most common reason for a woman having difficulty ovulating and probably the most common reason for a woman not being able to conceive? Answer, polycystic ovary syndrome. This problem is extraordinarily frustrating and a lot of challenges in making the diagnosis. Sometimes women take several years to be told by a physician that they have PCOS. It's simple diagnosis based on having 2 out of 3 of the criteria that we look at, okay? One of them is ovulation dysfunction, irregular cycles, okay? Some women bleed every week or so, some women bleed every 2 to 3 months, sometimes never, or even a year or so apart, okay? So ovulation dysfunction, actually they can even have monthly cycles and not be ovulating. Second is some measure of elevated male hormone. Either your testosterone is high or you have excess body hair, mostly in the face, chest, lower belly, lower back, upper inner thigh. And the third is ultrasound. Lots of little baby cysts on the ovaries or an enlarged ovary. And all these little baby cysts have microscopic eggs. That's normal to have, but PCOS patients have a lot of them. So if you're having irregular cycles, really first thing to think about is polycystic ovary syndrome or PCOS. Until next time, take care.
My name is Stephanie Shields, and I am the owner of Zap Master Electrology, an electrology training facility and clinic in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State, as well as the co-founder of Electrology Education Coalition, a continued education and research community that we work towards advancing the knowledge of electrology en masse. We at Zap Master have really dedicated our whole selves to making sure that we are working towards making sure patients with hirsutism are well taken care of. I dealt with unwanted hair myself. I was raised in the industry, but at the end of the day, I also have PCOS and hirsutism, and I was able to manage a lot of my stuff, thankfully, through what I do for work, but it was not without a lot of struggle. I decided to become an advocate because I find that it's very important for us to use our voice in any way possible to help teach others how to accelerate and advocate the knowledge that we need to know about PCOS, the research that needs to be done. When it came to opening up our second company, which is Electrology Education Coalition, my colleague and I decided that it was time for us to make education accessible to other practitioners just like us. And that includes working through insurance avenues. That includes working through a better understanding of medical backgrounds. And even this month, I will be working to educate others on PCOS and hirsutism and our role as a hair removal specialist. PCOS obviously is near and dear to my heart because of being a patient and having just a really hard hit when it came to my diagnosis. But I found my community, I found my people that would help me elevate that voice so that we could advocate.
Hi, Dr. Serena Chen here. I'm a fertility doctor, a reproductive endocrinology and infertility specialist in New Jersey, and I'm here to talk with you about PCOS Awareness Month. PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, is a disease that affects millions of people, up to 1 in 5 women. So you probably know somebody who has PCOS. And despite the fact that it affects so many millions of people, there is very little known about PCOS. Most PCOS patients suffer for years and through multiple physicians before finally being diagnosed and getting their symptoms addressed. And PCOS can affect everything from infertility and your periods and your skin up to things like increasing your risk for diabetes, increasing your risk for heart disease, raising your blood pressure, increasing your risk for certain types of cancer. So PCOS is a very important and high impact disease, and yet very little is known because very few research dollars have been allocated to it, just like other women's diseases. So please raise awareness about PCOS Awareness Month. Let's make everybody aware that this is a challenge and we need to fight for more research dollars and more education and awareness. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name's Hillary Wright. I'm a registered dietitian and the Director of Nutrition for Boston IVF here in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm also the author of the PCOS Diet Plan and have been caring for people with PCOS for almost 25 years. PCOS Awareness Month is upon us, and it's an ideal time to get involved, contact your legislators, figure out what you can do to help the general public and healthcare professionals understand more about this condition. It's often identified as a reproductive problem as the primary cause of infertility related to not ovulating regularly, but it's actually a genetic condition that lasts a lifetime, carrying with it an increased risk of cardiovascular disease and diabetes, both of which are conditions that can be managed with diet and lifestyle. Unfortunately, nutrition counseling may or may not be covered by insurance, so that's something that we like to advocate for. And it's not always that people in the fertility journey get the support that they need to be successful. And people with PCOS are considered good responders to reproductive technologies if given the proper supports. So the bottom line is, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and the more we learn about PCOS earlier on in someone's lifespan, the better. And the more we understand how to best produce the best health outcomes, with diet and lifestyle support being the primary intervention. But we need to know about medications and other strategies that can help people navigate this condition that really needs ongoing support throughout the lifespan. So the bottom line is PCOS is a very common condition. It's under-researched, and one outcome of that is there is a lot of misinformation out there about how to best manage PCOS, and we can get better outcomes the more we understand. So this is your opportunity. Go to PCOS Challenge, figure out how you can get involved in your region and nationally. So let's get out there. We can do this. Happy PCOS Awareness Month.
Hello, my name is Charmaine Smith, and I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I have been a PCOS advocate since 2012. Wow, that's been a long time. The last few years, though, I kind of feel like I fell off, and I apologize, but I've been going through so many health issues that rendered me almost immobile, but thankfully y'all can see I'm back. I'm moving a little bit better. But I wanted to make a short video, hopefully, about why I think PCOS advocacy and awareness, especially through PCOS Awareness Month, is so important. You can see I am wearing a PCOS Advocate shirt. This is an original that I made. I used to use my hands and my gifts for the PCOS gift shop, which I used to sell t-shirts and all kind of other things to push awareness, not just in PCOS Awareness Month, but throughout yearly. I wanted to have, I felt like that was my way of channeling my creative, my anger and my irritation sometimes with feeling unheard into a creative space. And I actually feel like that's what's important even still to this day. If I'm frustrated, I know you're frustrated. And so I think using our voices, especially during PCOS Awareness Month, it shows that, hey, there's a group of people that we need to put our attention on, because they're a little bit annoying, because they won't stop talking about it. But if we if we keep our voices quiet, I think people will not take us as serious as we should be. And so my message to anybody out there, use your voice. It's always been the same message. I think I've said this over all the years I've ever did any of these. Use your voice. Your voice is not too small. I sit on a platform, weekly platform, once a week. And one of the things that I have on my wall is a Till image. And when people ask me offline, I share my story. So go live. Use your platform. Post a picture, reshare something. Anything helps, because PCOS needs to be prioritized. I love y'all, and I hope to see y'all soon. Take care.
Hi there, my name is Caitlin Johnson. I am a registered dietitian and functionally trained women's health specialist, and I have extra training in herbs. We all need to advocate. We all need to write to our state legislators, our national legislators, to let them know what the day-to-day struggle with PCOS is and where there is such a disparity in terms of treatment options and really high quality research to help us know what we can do to improve our lives. Everyone that wants to grow a family should be able to. PCOS should not stop you. Likewise, everybody that wants to live a healthy life and thrive should be able to, and PCOS shouldn't stop you. So I'm so excited you're at this event, and I hope you learned so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Essence Payne, and I am the Cajun Sister of Northwest Louisiana here in Shreveport. I'm also a member of the Patient Advisory Board for the PCOS Challenge. After my diagnosis in 2016, there wasn't a lot that my doctor could tell me. There wasn't much guidance. So in the midst of me doing my own research of what PCOS was, how it was affecting my body, I felt as though there was more that I could do for my community. Because if I was struggling trying to figure out the ins and outs of this disorder, I knew there were other people out there like me. So I figured that this would be a way that I could advocate for me and others here. At the time, we only had one fertility clinic here in the area, and it was hard getting in just to see the doctor. And we deserved more. We needed more. I met women along this journey that took years to get a diagnosis for PCOS and years to start a family. And right now, I am in the middle of planning my 7th awareness walk here in my city, which is very exciting. I always try to have people out at my walks as vendors that align with things that PCOS affects. I have people out there that deal with mental health, skin issues, and so forth and so on. I'm very appreciative of the community partnerships that I have here, our local news anchors and radio stations. They really help me get the word out. My friends and family, my support system is amazing. I've been able to reach so many people in the area and beyond. So PCOS Awareness Month is very critical in advocating for PCOS patients. Even though we work behind the scenes all year, we are so thankful for PCOS Awareness Month. So it highlights the things that we do and the work that we do in the background, and to show and tell the world we deserve more and we deserve better. So for everybody that's at this event and everybody that's watching, everybody that supports us, I say thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Roxana Ramas. I am a PCOS advocate and also UN Empower Women Champion for Change. I'm super excited to be part of your conference, at least virtually. It is so important that we keep raising our voice to power every opportunity that we get. It is too often that women get silenced in many spaces of life, and particularly in our medical spaces. But I want to remind you all how important and critical and vital it is that we maintain to uplift our voices. I wouldn't be here today if I hadn't learned to be an advocate before I even was diagnosed. Every step of the way, I have had to fight for my right to health and to be acknowledged and to be respected of what my body needs. And I know you've probably gone through the same. And sometimes it just feels scary because others mean to say that they know better than you about your own body. Don't ever let that be the case. Furthermore, there's spaces in our lives, our partners, our families, people that we do business with that sometimes want to overstep. I recently had an experience where someone asked me to not speak up so much about my advocacy around PCOS and health issues, because in some way this person believed that it made me look perhaps weak. But I have to say something to you. I am so glad that I separated from that experience and from that partnership, because I never stepped down. I never not speak truth to power. It is in fact because I've been able to get up every step of the way that I'm here to tell you that you can do it for yourself, and that these conferences and that every space that we have an opportunity to be public about this issue, we are raising the voice not just for ourselves but collectively. So I will not be silenced. Thank you to all of those who try all the time. And sometimes I listen for like a second and then it doesn't sit right with me. And I realize it's so important that we continue the work and that I continue to voice. If I've been advocating for myself all this time, I'm not about to stop. So you have supported me. I'm ready to be coaching some of you too who are going through so many of these challenges in the medical field, and making sure that I can support each and every one of you who reaches out, whether it's with my content, relationship building, advocacy work, in whichever way that I can. I'm here for you. Keep doing your work, keep raising your voices, and let's be more preventative.